I think the whole topic kind of started with Froggy yesterday, and then ChaChaChilla replied because this is the earliest tweet I found. Froggy here says, "My disappointment with Respawn is immeasurable, not banning ChaChaChilla, who's known for causing an insane amount of issues on the guys, that it's unfair, since they did nothing in Respawn. It's so disrespectful for those that were affected by her action." So I asked some colleagues, and Respawn is actually a networking Discord server for VTubers, allowing her to continue the opportunity to continue building her brand and network of creators she can further hurt makes you an accomplice. You're just as bad as her and her previous action. Really had the audacity to say this while knowing I was one of her victims. There's like a... So she blocked this person. This person is tweeting, is like sending her a screenshot of her tweet. Says, "Yes, fuck off, you disappointed a lot of people today. Wow, I thought we were friends." And then somebody else responds to this tweet saying, "I did a very minor rage bait by calling her Alisu and got ticketed, so safe to say they don't give a fuck. Hey Sayani, we are reaching out as we heard there may have been an incident in a voice channel you were in around Saturday, February 28, 2026 at 10:54 a.m. Do you recall anything happened?" Yes, I called out one of her previous names, Bunny Alisu. Songs about mass shooting? What the fuck? Also, that playlist feels kind of weird. Also, Chacha has been causing multiple issues for people for years and it's documented. This is past petty drama. Her being here is generally a bad idea. Not to mention that even if no one said anything, she has on record started drama with people over the littlest of things. So either way, you're going to have to deal with her in one way or another. Everyone knows this, and the fact that moderation here pretending to ignore this because it's considered drama is ridiculous and come across as incompetent, which is exactly what y'all are being. This server has already pissed me off anyway, so feel free to ban me or whatever after I leave. Hope you get your shit together. So there's been some outrage over this Discord. So many large and small creators have tickets showing them the evidence and proof of what she did previously, and they actually do not care for people feeling safe and comfortable in the space. But then ChaChaChilla also decided to make a reappearance. So Chacha says, "Okay, it's obvious this won't go away on its own, so give me a sec. Uploading my entire DM history with Apollo to prove she never sent me any prawn of herself or any personal details. Also in here is a screenshot of an old friend of mine telling me she said I doxed her years ago, so this has been an ongoing thing." I took a look at it and there's really, well, I can't really go into details about this because it's kind of like PL stuff, right? They did never send, there was nothing about prawn in there. Like, if anything, they were like doing not safe for work, like VTuber stuff and, you know, sharing some art, but there's also no way of knowing if there's stuff missing or altered. But I don't even think that was the main issue in the first place. And also, I mean, there's just like a lot in there, and it does feel like a breach of privacy. I think it was more so that Apollo didn't want her PL out there, which was linked to other stuff, and she just keeps on bringing it back. So this person kind of says that you had no rights to show this in a public space. Also, this is not the entire DM history of Apollo, plus exposing alts. This is absolutely disgusting and bullshit. Keep Apollo's name out of your mouth. She's the one defaming me falsely, and actually it is the full DM history. I'm willing to screen share, but I guess I'll have to record for now. This is an alt account, not her PL, that I know you guys have talked on. I've stayed out of this the whole time because it isn't my business, but no, now you're given the tiniest percentage of the story. Leave my friend alone. She hasn't talked about you for months since you brought this up last time. This is a good point because she says Apollo has been defaming her, but the person who started the entire drama was Chacha in the first place when she went after one of the Sox Talent Agency person. Well, it wasn't even a Sox Talent Agency. No, it was. And then Flork had to come and defend her. Then she's like, "It's her PL that she changed the name of. I have DMs of her." Okay. Next. Trey, who is now the owner of... Alright, first there's this. "How come Apollo's manager was allowed to share our DMs? No problem, but it's suddenly a problem when I share Apollo and my DMs to clear my name." This is kind of funny because apparently it had been up for 1 hour and there was no likes. There was about like 100k views on it and 0 likes. Yeah, it wasn't even the Socks VTuber agency talent that said the thing she got offended about. But one thing that I want to point out after reading some of the DMs is that like it's odd because she sounds really normal in the DMs. That they date from 2 years ago, and seeing how she's behaving now, which is almost like in a manic seeking validation kind of way, it really feels like her mental health has devolved over the years. Like she's way it sounds like 2 different person. Yeah, she's spiraling and she's like kind of stuck in the loop. Okay, Lamau 1 hour, still no likes and get ratio, bro needs to quit for real. Cheerio. I hope you'll pay for the cost of living then, or find me a job, considering nobody will hire me in a position I can sit in, or maybe it'll successfully get me disability. I mean, ChaChaChilla was a successful not safe for work VA. She was doing like not safe for work work on Fansly and stuff. She was doing okay, and she decided to ruin her entire reputation by getting stuck on. She's like tunneling on a polo. And she can't let it go. She literally can't let it go. It's the oddest obsession. It's so weird. This person sends her some Sabrina Carpenter lyrics. Oh, so you mean you actually have no real solution to me leaving? What a shocker. Why would this person have to find her like her pay? Bro, didn't have any shame yet. You blindsided by what you have done. Absolute sicko. Just deactivate. Oh, it speaks. Okay. Now, Trey answers that tweet that she made, saying ChaChaChilla, also this got community noted, saying ChaChaChilla leaked DMs first. And then Trey responds, let me correct you there. You leaked our DMs in the document, then you deleted the document because you were getting flamed by everyone. There's multiple videos out there showing this. Also, the document was literally just the same. She had made a Google document years ago about the exact same issue, and that new Google document had the same screenshots in it. Literally the same. It was like just the same thing rehashed. She didn't get the response she wanted back then. And then she's basically re-uploading it again. She still didn't get the response she wanted. She's still stuck on it. And 2, Trey says, I'm the fucking CEO now, so I'll take your ass to court. Keep my talent out of your mouth. And then she responds to him saying, I wonder who fabricated the drama in the first place. She's screenshotting him, who is screenshotting her, who is replying to a person saying, people were bringing up the drama again, blame Froggy Hoppins. She's referring to the person who made the post about the Discord server. The Trey says here, so someone else brought it up, so you decided to bring my talent back into this? And then she adds, as I recall, Apollo wasn't involved at all and bandwagoned on with 3-year-old drama. Bring her to court then, like how you were going to do originally. Let's see the evidence. True, she did. She did threaten to bring them to court too. And she says, I don't fucking know her name. How the fuck am I supposed to take a Twitter account to court? This Hop City responds, you started all of this. You really cannot let things go. I messed up with the floor drama, yes, but I didn't bring up shit from 3 years ago. But you're bringing them up now, again, over and over again. Like, oh my god. She's been tweeting like every hour. This feels like a Kanye West manic episode. If I provide evidence that I'm innocent, it's going too far. If I don't, I'm guilty. I don't understand what you guys want. Girl, we just want you to put the phone down. Stop tweeting. It feels like there's a problem I need to fix. You don't understand what it's like to be falsely accused and have urgent need to prove yourself. And if you mean quit content creation in general, I hope you'll pay the $400 a month I was making before Apollo spread those lies about me so that I can live my life normally again. Just go for that hospital you visited and actually check in, stay and fix yourself, for fuck's sake. You were a part of Mitos got fired, and because that you're going after their talent. I was never part of Mitos. Try don't dox Pack's life like you do. There was someone with the same or similar voice as you, and that is a coincidence. What? No, she wasn't part of Mitos. So Florek here answers, or replies to her, and says, Chacha, I'm going to say a few words. I want you to please not reply as soon as you see them, and instead take a few hours to process what I'm going to say to you. Please take what I say seriously. First off, I forgive you for a few months back. However, I can only speak for myself, and whatever I went through with you in particular, I cannot speak on anything else going on in regards to you and anyone else. You must stop coming online. I do not know if you have a group of people in your DMs or a server gassing you up to come back. Please do not listen to them. You need more than a few months to actually ground yourself and make change. VTubing is not the place for this. This is detrimental to you. I repeat, all of this will only continue to harm you and set you back. You cannot, on one hand, reach out and say you have changed, make posts about such and then totally crash out again. If you are actually serious about change, you're going to drop all of this, focus on every aspect of your life besides being online, VTubing, streaming. I do not believe right now you are in the proper mental space to be online and you must long-term disconnect. Can you see this is a repeating pattern that's happened like 3 and 4 times in a row in the past few months? It's time you break out of this cycle, and the only way that will meaningfully happen is to not late night post and put the phone down. She has done this before. She posts around like 1 or 2 a.m. I wonder if it's intentional because she believes that maybe people won't see it or they won't be ready to reply, or it's odd. Or maybe she's just like a night owl. I do understand that this may all be you can do right now, but you must make a change. Spend your time listening to some self-help books, focus on a few games between therapy, journal, find religion, take up what exercise you can possibly do anything that will fill time for you not to be here. You will see a change in your life, but you must commit to it. Do not listen to anyone saying to post or stream. They do not have your best interest in mind. You must spend time offline. And if your response to this is, I don't know what to do, here's what you're going to do. 1. Drop Twitter. Focus every day on not going on Twitter. If that means using YouTube instead, do that. Go a day without it. You go a day, congrats. Now focus on the next. The purpose is to rebuild addiction and rewire your brain. This takes a long time. You are replacing and rewiring neurons. And Flork spent a lot of time on this post. Exercise. Do whatever you can do. Hand exercises if you can't stand. Literally anything. No excuse. Do something. Face exercise. Who gives a shit? Just do something. That is exercise. Do it every day. Do anything that counts. 3. Therapy. Keep up with it. This will only help it. Will not 100% fix. 4. Audiobooks. Listen to them while you do stuff. I suggest rewire your OCD brain. This is for more than OCD and meditation. Marcus Aurelius. Flork, listen to some stoic affirmation. Have a small support network of friends, but anyone who is suggesting you come back, stream, or be on social media is not your friend and do not have your best interest in mind. Keep this in mind. 6. Religion will help and is good, however, not everyone clicks for that. If not this, then meditation, something. 7. This is not a 1, 2, 3 month process. This is a forever process. It does not end and does not stop, and no help is coming, so you have to help yourself and do these steps. It might be a long time until you may be mentally set to come back online like this. You will be living in a cycle of perpetual victimhood and anxiety unless you take steps to get out of this cycle and take charge of your mental health and life. 8. Keep busy. Whatever you do, be always busy. Work on playing a backlog of games, journal, do anything so you don't have idle time to ruminate and jump online. She responds, I generally felt so purposeless without streaming, I don't want to go back to that again. Then so be it, the information is there, do with it as you will, good luck. She says, thanks. I skipped one of her tweets that said at around 1:48 a.m. Just to clarify, Trey, are you saying every DM was in that document? None of them were leaked from you. I'd like you to explicitly state that, please. It's got 1 like and almost 20k views. The little smiley face at the end is a little passive-aggressive. This person, Jorsk, he's QRTing one of her posts from February 23, where she says, I know I said that I stopped talking about the drama, but here's just one last thing. I'm going to prove over time that I'm becoming a better person, but with my actions. I've been in the type of therapy I need for a year. DB, just wait. So he's QRTing this, and he says, this, Chacha, we want this. One last thing, last time I'm bringing this up, this is the last time I'm going to talk about this, and it never is. It doesn't matter if you think it's fair or not. You have been posting for the last month with no hate replies. The only person bringing this up because of your constant need for validation is you. 1 month of therapy is obviously not enough because you haven't changed. Shut the fuck up and move on. Man, I'm gonna use his advice and help myself. Self-help myself? Yeah, I'm not... Oh my god, I'm gonna nitpick the self-help advice, but I don't think audiobooks actually help. I think Dr. K had a good video on how, like, listening to a YouTube video, for example, on learning something while doing something else doesn't actually, your brain doesn't absorb the information fully. Listening to something for entertainment while vacuuming or something might be more worth it. But he's right about keeping busy. There's been studies that shows that the human mind is actually happiest when it is focused on a task, any task at all. And it's actually, the test subjects that were focusing on a task were happier than the ones that were even thinking about positive stuff or negative thoughts. So whether you're thinking about negative or positive stuff, because your mind is just kind of, you know, daydreaming, or you're letting your mind gallop, you're automatically a little bit less happy than somebody who is just occupied or focused on a task. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's hard to be depressed when you're busy doing stuff, exactly. Give the kid a UV lamp and some multivitamins. Oh, you think he recommended it simply as a method of keeping her mind on other things so that she doesn't start ruminating on the stuff leading her to schizopost? Yeah, I mean, I was replying to somebody that wanted to use the advice for self-help. Some say fulfillment's actually more rewarding than happiness. Yeah, absolutely. Cynical. I too have left the respawn point and will not be recommending nor endorsing respawn point any further. When I first joined, the vibes were nice and people were welcoming, and I recommended it to any and all of my clients, just trying to make friends. However, as recent events have shown, respawn point is no longer a space I can call safe enough, though they continue to parade their server as such. ChaChaChilla / Bunny Alisu, or whatever she wishes to go by now, has lied and manipulated me previously, along with many friends I hold close to me, and I cannot in good conscience recommend a community that wishes to shelter and thusly promote that kind of behavior, especially after multiple tickets being submitted with compounding evidence. I'll be looking further into another server where people can actually network and make friends in a genuinely safe space. And if it's like a server that's marketed as a place where VTubers can network and do collabs, yeah, obviously you kind of need some vetting. I thought HR-chan also made a post about the ChaChaChilla thing. Flork is a good person. Forgiveness is not an easy feat. I will never forgive ChaChaChilla for slandering ad-free and making Yomi feel like she was a prisoner at a convention she was at to have fun. The shit you did to Missy and Apollo? Absolutely not. I'm not even in SVA anymore, but I will always be protective of every single talent there. I'm not in Mythos, but that agency is like a second home to me and I love everyone there. You can say all day that this has nothing to do with me. However, when you hurt people, I love it does. So to you, ChaChaChilla, I say this as disrespectfully as possible. Shut the fuck up. This can also be doubled as free PR advice. You're welcome. So yeah, respawn point is basically this. It's a creator Discord server where we can learn, grow, and make new connections every day. DM us your socials for an invite. Got a decent amount of members. And as of 1 hour ago, Chacha tweeted again saying, I'm following Flork's advice and getting off Twitter. It's obvious most of you do not actually care about me or what happens to me and are providing no real advice. This is just a pool of hate. It's obvious most of you do not actually care about me or what happens to me. The first factually, objectively correct thing you've said all year. Damn! I mean, at least, you know, Flork was like one of the only person that talked to her like a human being, and she actually listened, which is surprising. I just want people to leave me alone so I can make a successful streaming career. I didn't bring up anything until Froggy Hoppings made a huge deal about me doing nothing. Nobody has any evidence of anything beside public Twitter drama. This has almost 100k views, 119 likes. Yeah, Twitter is not the place for empathy either. When I first came in, I thought ChaChaChilla was Philly and his mom. No, that's another Chacha. Don't get them confused. They're very different.